Welcome to My Mustang Garage.
On this episode, we're going to be talking about the rear reinforcement for the convertibles that go from side rail to side rail, which is already part of this pan, but there's an extra piece that goes from the frame rail from here to right here, which reinforces this whole area to keep the convertible nice and strong. Now I have to show you how it's put in and installed before you can weld this floor down, or it's virtually impossible to do without removing this section of the pan right here. So I'm going to show you how to do that in this episode. Now that we got everything settled with the rear end right here, we're taking off this bracket, the brace I put on to square this up. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to cut the tack welds here and take this off. I'm going to go ahead and do that. You're not going to be able to see it. It's underneath here and I can't get a camera angle down in there. So it's just a tack weld here and a tack weld here. I'm going to grind those off on both sides and take this brace out so we can go ahead and put the trunk floor on. It's upside down here. I'll show you in a few minutes why it's upside down, and let's get this bracket off first. Okay, now I got the brace off under here from side to side. This is set up. It's not going anywhere. This is all. That brace is only to get the initial setup to put the car at 43 inches on center of the frame rail here initially. Well, since we have everything bolted down and the cross member from side to side in there and welded in, these are in position where they need to be. So what's next is taking this trunk floor, which I now have upside down on top of the frame rails, and we're going to discuss putting in the reinforcement brackets that go side to side, and this is only on a convertible. You can also do this on a coupe and a fastback if you want to stiffen the chassis up a little bit. But the reinforcement goes inside the trunk pan here. And I'm going to show you that convertible reinforcement and how it looks from the factory and how to put these brackets in. I've looked all online of anybody that's put these in, a video on how these get put in, set up, and welded in. And nobody's ever done it, so let's see if I can clarify how to put these brackets in, and I'll see you in a few minutes. What you're looking at here is the bottom side of the trunk pan assembly towards the back of the car. Imagine, if you will, the frame rail runs along right here and ends at the back of the car right here. Now the convertibles have this brace right here that goes the whole width of the car, and it's a frame stiffener for the convertible so the back end of the convertible doesn't flex. Here's a cross section of an original one that I got off the original car, and what you're seeing here is this piece right here with the angle. That's on every coupe and fastback, and that's all you have for a rear trunk floor. But the convertible has this brace right here that's basically a thicker steel box that's welded onto this lip and this lip right here, and that runs all the way from one frame rail to the other frame rail. But not only that, you have this part, which I've never seen anybody install. There's no videos on it. It's the end frame caps for this brace. In other words, it really boxes it in and gets it installed. And it took me a while to figure out how this thing gets installed in the car and realizing it has to be a box. And this flange right here, which I put the holes in, this is prepared to go in. And what it does, because it's the one-piece floor pan and section, and it's all welded together, they left this whole side undone because they know you have to take this and slide this flange right here in between the trunk floor and this back brace. So you have to go like that and slide it in there like that. And as you can see, let me get it in position. As you can see, now it traps the frame rail. And you can't install these before you put the trunk floor on. So these go in with this flange in between these panels right here. And you just fish it through. And what I do is go ahead and put it in place. And get the back edge flush to where it should be. Put a clamp on this side. You know, in other words, you're clamping this and this together along with this at the rear flange. I'll show you in a minute. And then you've got to make sure you're going the right way side to side. And this flange right here is just like that. And take this bottom one off, get it pushed up against there, and then clamp that down, and I'll show you what it looks like. Now, we come back here and you'll see that reinforcement is in between the floor pan and this back panel, and it gets clamped on here. But you also notice on the inside, let's get this focused, there's this lip here. You have, let me get it focused. You have a tab here. Tab here and a tab here and a tab way down here. Well, to get those to locate those so you know where to spot weld these on or plug weld them, what I do is I take the clamp and right in the middle of the tab that I'm gonna be on, and it will find itself. And you just mark on it, and you locate every tab with the clamp to transfer the mark on this side, so you can drill the holes on this side and weld. It's impossible to weld from the other side to get this attached. But you can't weld any of this until the trunk floor is secured to the frame rail right here. But what we're doing is we're setting this up. So I have these 6 welds right here located to where they're going to be. I had these bigger holes here. I had to use a spot weld cutter because there's a panel behind here and you can't get a step bit in there or a drill bit or you'll drill through the next panel. So I just take an 1/8 inch bit, just go through the first panel, and then take a spot weld drill and cut it like that. These 2 holes here are on a tab of that bracket that we just put in. So you can just remove the bracket, drill and step bit the hole open where you need it. And then over here, we did 3 holes right here on this, and that's going to attach the bottom side of the bracket. And these 4 holes in the back of the trunk floor brace, which is on coupes and convertibles too, actually goes and gets welded onto the rear of the frame rail right here. And you can locate that just by marking it. You're going to mock this up and test fit all this before you mark anything. And you'll find out where the frame rail is using a square and, you know, taking it off, and you'll know where the edge of the frame rail is. And you measure these tabs on the frame rail itself over, so you're not drilling a hole in the center here. And you just go ahead and put your holes there for your plug welds when you're getting ready to do this. This is all preparation to get this floor welded in. It's easier to do it this way than upside down, trying to figure out where everything goes. Now, because this panel right here, this is the back panel, the back brace that goes all the way across. This silver piece is that brace that's inside, and then way underneath is another layer of sheet metal, which is the trunk floor drop off. Now, this is the thing. To locate all that, not only did I get this in position and then cinched down in position where it's going to be, and everything marked and measured, I go ahead and take a 1/8 inch drill bit and make a pilot hole through all 3 pieces of sheet metal, because you're going to need those holes later on. You're going to need a small hole on this side and a small hole on the top side to weld that brace in the middle on. It's very hard to weld 3 pieces of metal together in one shot. So what's going to happen is the bottom side is going to be welded, the top side is going to be welded, but it all has to line up with each other. So those are my guiding pins that I'm going to put a 1/8 inch drill bit into and put this in the exact same position that I have it now when I have it flipped back over and installing this floor in place. Now, not only do I have that brace in its final mock-up position, you have to put holes. You have to put holes in these braces right here, so you can weld to the frame rail itself on either side. These are going to be a little bit trickier when you're doing it upside down, but I don't plan on doing this until it's on a rotisserie. I'm going to do this one maybe, but what I'm going to do is, in the book of the assembly manual from Ford, not only did they put the frame rail in this pocket and spot welded it on right here, they also put a edge weld right here. What they use like brass, and they put an edge weld right here just to make sure this brace is really secured to this. So when I do this and put this together in the next video, I'm just going to do the edge weld here and get it tacked on. Then once the car's on a rotisserie, I'll finish these up where I can access these when the car is upside down again. It's going to be virtually impossible to do with this support brace that's holding up the car, and get in there and weld it on. It's very close. So we're gonna have to wait until the car's off the rotisserie, but I can come in this way and put a little bead and tack weld it on each side. But the next thing is getting this trunk floor flipped up, going the right way, and we're gonna put these in place. Just make sure you get this brace in its final position. And that's how you get this brace and bracket and locate it. But for now, it's impossible. It's impossible to put this floor in and get this, and there's the two lips of this. The two lips of this slides in here, and it's impossible to do. So go ahead and take these out for now. I have already rust-proofed it behind it and inside the box itself. You saw me do that in the last video. And we're ready to put this trunk floor and weld it on for the last time. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. There's the trunk floor upside down for the last time, and the next time you see it, I'll be showing you how to slide it on and put those brackets in.